Hey, how's it going, everyone? Saintsfan here, and welcome back to another GTA 5 video. Today, what we're going to be taking a look at are some pictures from the beta/alpha versions of the game from way back in like 2010, 2011, and comparing some of them to pictures from the game in 2016. A lot of you guys really seem to like my comparing Los Santos and all the different games video, so maybe you guys will like this one as well. If you do, please drop the video a like, that'd be really cool, and subscribe for more awesome GTA content. Now, hopping into some of these pictures. Now, some of these are actually from movies or commercials recorded in like the alpha or beta versions of the game, because I'm assuming that a lot of the stuff they did in the commercials and movies were recorded first. They made those first while they were building the game, instead of waiting till the end to make them all. But this first one you can see here, it's these two guys in sort of a what looks to be maybe like a barren countryside, I guess. It is really similar to the land near Martin Madrazo's ranch house, which this might be the area that they're in. But you can see there's barely any trees in this area, and the land is sort of flat, and there's not really many bushes on the ground. Next up, we have one of the coolest ones. This is actually from the stunt trailer, and you can see how barren or how not finished the city is. One, because in the background at the top left, you can see Mount Chiliad, and at no point, unless you're at the airport maybe, can you see Mount Chiliad where there's water like between you and Mount Chiliad like there is in this picture. In this picture, though, you can actually see at the bottom left, that's the marina where like all your freaking Pegasus helicopters go. The Maze Bank Arena is on the far right of this picture, and I think this picture or this commercial where they show, you know, this section of the land is probably one of the furthest back pictures that you'll see. This next one is actually from GTA 4, and what's interesting about this one is not necessarily like what movie or commercial it's in, but the area. Now, I'm not 100% sure. Maybe you guys can let me know in the comments. It looks like it's the area in Central Park, like in that part of the game, that actually got remastered, quote unquote, a few months back in the leaked screenshot from one of the Rockstar artists. And I don't know, I just thought that was a pretty... If that is, like, if in this picture it is that location, I just thought that might be pretty interesting. It also could be the pier somewhere, because you can see on the right, there's little spikes, like things coming out of the ground. I don't know. This next one is actually from Red Dead Redemption, because a few of the commercials or movies, I guess, you know, they needed the land area that Red Dead Redemption had. So instead of making something new for GTA 5, they just reused Red Dead's landscape. Here we have another picture of two people here, and this is, I think, to the right, north right of like the Vinewood sign up in that area. Honestly, it looks kind of similar to what's in the base game. There might be a few things missing, but for the most part, it actually looks pretty similar. This house on fire in this next picture. The one odd thing about this one is just that tree on the left. I don't know. That's obviously in the alpha or beta stage, because that's not in the game. That's a really weird looking tree. Then we have the hunters, which never did make their way into the game. Not yet, at least. But, yeah. And plus that rock formation. I don't really know what that's from, but pretty neat nonetheless. Then we have a super early screenshot of Blaine County without any props. And you can see that here. Like, no rocks, nothing. And that's actually it's kind of weird to see Blaine County without anything actually there. Here we have a picture of the city. You can see it's kind of low resolution, like... Obviously, when they first start making the game, they don't make it high texture and all that until the very end. So pretty cool little picture there. It seemed like back in the early stages, the glass panes and sort of like the reflections were a little bit different. You can see that in this picture. Like just on the building itself, the glass panes, they just look way shinier. And the crane is kind of a little bit, it's got a different reflection than you see in the game that we have now. Moving on, this one is probably the one that like I kind of wish we would actually have in the game. So it looks like they actually had the plan for extremely clear water, and I know that's not like technically realistic if it's based out of Los Angeles, but that water in this picture looks beautiful. Here we have one of the Mount Zona Hospital. It's pretty cool just to see that sort of in its early stages, and you can also see the streets and even the trees. Now moving into some comparison pictures. So this one is of those 3 billboards that are, you know, pretty recognizable in the game. You can just see like how low resolution. Obviously, everything is here, and then comparing it to real life, or not real life, but the version we have now, or at least this one was on the 360. You can see a lot better. One thing that also kind of sucks, and you can see that in these two pictures, the trees and the lighting. And I understand why they took out the trees and the lighting, because on the consoles couldn't handle it. But it just sucks that even like when the PC version came out, we didn't get these, unless you do mod, I guess. But you can see in the original picture, the lighting is just softer and warmer than the picture with the helicopter. Actually, in this one, the trees are almost the same, but the big beta trees that you saw like in some of the trailers with the people going up Mount Chiliad, those are the ones that didn't actually make it into the game. This is one that probably I'm sure everyone has seen, Michael riding the bike. You can just see, again, what I'm talking about with the lighting. It's just a lot nicer in the picture from the trailer, or from the screenshot, and then comparing it to, the base game, you can see it's kind of like night and day. Does it still look good? Yeah, but it's not as good, obviously. And then the craziest one, this is actually the one in the thumbnail. You can see on the left there, even though it is kind of blurry, in this neighborhood, there are a lot of different trees and a lot of trees that aren't in the game. You can see the pink ones, obviously. There's like the palm tree looking things. There's the regular green trees. And then if you go to what we have in the actual game, like none of that stuff made it. And it kind of sucks, because just looking at this picture and seeing all the different colors and just the uniqueness and like just difference between the types of trees, like I don't know why they took that out, because that's the stuff that like makes the world feel just different wherever you go. So it kind of sucks they had to take that out. And it also sucks that they didn't get to use any of the trees that are in that picture from early on. Here we have one at nighttime of some of the big buildings. You got the FIB, the IAA, the Maze Bank building. You can see not only one is it sort of low resolution and all that, but the lighting on top of the FIB and the IAA, comparing it to the real life one, the regular game one, you can see the lights aren't different colors, and they're just a sort of a whitish, maybe blue color. And then we get into some super old pictures. So this one is of like the amphitheater, which is kind of cool to see it, how it looked way back in like the alpha stage. This next one is of the city in a super, super early build of the game. And then I have no idea where this one is. I thought it would be like the golf course, but why would there be that many trees on the golf course? If anyone could like figure out where that is, please let me know in the comments. These next two pictures aren't actually from like 2011 or from the early alpha or beta stages, but I thought I would show them just so you could see the downgrade of the graphics. So this first one I'll show is actually like on PC, apparently with the settings for the most part maxed out, and it looks pretty good. But if we go to this picture, this is from the manual of the game, and you can see it's just a lot nicer. The lighting just in the background, on the mountains and stuff, you can see there's more detail and stuff. So it kind of sucks, but that's just what happens with every game. They all get downgraded. And then the strangest thing that got changed from early on in the game, I actually believe in 2013 it shipped it was in the game for a few weeks or something, and then they changed it in one of the updates. But on the beach, what you're seeing is the structure that was originally there, and then for whatever reason, in one of the updates, they changed it to this thing right here. So I don't know why. That's really odd, but if anyone remembers that like original structure, let me know in the comments too. But that is it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. It's pretty cool to see like the original idea, I guess, or like the original plan for Los Santos, especially like with those trees and stuff. It's kind of unfortunate, they didn't make it into the game. So maybe GTA 6, I don't know, you never know. But thank you all for watching. Drop a like if you did enjoy, and subscribe for more awesome GTA content. See you in the next one. As always, it's your boy Saintsfan. I'm out. Peace.